Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're a subscriber, if you're not a current subscriber, it'd be great if you joined the Narcissistic Abuse family. Today my topic is not like run of the mill. I been wanting to make this for a couple days, to be honest, and I didn't want to be too emotional when I made it, but I mean, we're all going through the same stuff, so here it is. What happened? This is the craziest thing. So I pretty much stopped having contact with my toxic parents the end of August. I have been out of contact with my older toxic brother, Flying Monkey Golden Boy, since like 2013, since our son passed away. So that's been a couple of years already. That's fine. But I just learned about narcissistic abuse beginning of this year thanks to YouTube. And I've kind of been navigating my way through how to proceed with my parents. End of August, I started kind of like pulling back and gray rocking, which is like, keeping your answers to a minimum, not really giving any narcissistic supply, because I quickly realized I am like the number one source of supply for my narcissistic mother, hands down. Like, there's so much going on here. There always has it. So she loves to extricate whatever she can from my life, from my husband, my children, myself. And she just uses it to, foster attention for herself. It's disgusting. So I started pulling back. I started gray rocking. And at the end of August, she had a narcissistic rage, flipped out, and I was the target as usual. Toxic duo, full effect. My father got in on it. Text assaulted me, all that. If you followed me, you know. So we've basically been out of contact with them. And since the end of August. And to be honest with you, it's a huge relief. It's pretty awesome. My whole life I've been targeted by these people. I've always been the black sheep. I've been treated crappy. But, all right, so Thanksgiving was our first holiday. We live in the U.S., so if you don't live in the U.S., you don't celebrate Thanksgiving. That's fine, but holidays come up, right? So, Thanksgiving was our first holiday. Like, not actually, to be backing up, Mother's Day and Father's Day this year, my husband and I finally started taking back our holidays, and we were like, we're great parents, man. We should do what we want instead of, orbiting around narc mother the way it's historically always been. And by the way, my toxic older brother is married to an equally toxic person. She's awful. My monster sister-in-law. So they always like do whatever she wants for holidays. So it's always all about her family. So that's never a factor. It works out great for all of them because, they spend like the day before or the weekend before with the toxic duo, my parents, and, the toxic duo spends the actual holiday with us. They're our problem. My husband and I and our beautiful daughters. So this Mother's Day, I finally said, you know what, man? I just want to get sushi. I just want to stay in sweats all day and like relax. So that's what we did. And it was wonderful. They ended up coming over here because, she couldn't stand like not being observed for the mother title that she self-proclaims, because she's nothing, even a semblance of what a mother should be in my eyes. But anyway, Father's Day, we did the same thing. My husband was like, I don't want to do anything. I want to like stay in sweats and order food, whatever. So we did that. So those were the first two monumental holidays. Thanksgiving was a big one. So, Easter too this year. Like this 2019, man, it's been our year of extrication from the toxicity. I think, what was it, Easter, we went out to brunch with my husband's cousins, which was super awesome. And like I said, normally like we host because, I'm disabled in this wheelchair, which sucks. So we usually just have everyone over our house. My husband is on his own cooking, like jumping through hoops, like catering to everyone. Nobody ever helps him. Like my narc mother sure as heck never helps him. But so Easter we did that too. So Thanksgiving came up. But this has been significant since we like stopped speaking to them. So Thanksgiving we had my husband's cousin, her husband, the other cousin, my husband's friend and his dad. It was our chosen family and, our legitimate, like my husband's family. And that was awesome as well. No side of the toxic duo. We did not deal with them this year. That was so cool. So Christmas is coming up. Listen how crazy this is, you guys. So I order everything online because I'm disabled. I don't drive, and online shopping is the way to go for me. So I ordered a bunch of stuff from Target for Christmas. You guys, it was delivered to the toxic duo's house. Now, my husband and I lived there for a hot minute, like before we bought our house, like when we first got married and we had our son, Joey, up there. So we lived there for a hot minute. So I might have placed orders at that time and had them delivered there. But guess what? That was like 11 years ago. I'm kid you not. So there was some type of glitch in the Target system. They were absolutely wonderful and they fixed it all. They sent me everything to replace these items that were lost. So how freaking weird is that? That I was like, I contacted customer service. I was like, this could not have happened at a worse time. So I'm like, of course, I'm like, what the heck? Like, this is the weirdest coincidence. Like, why did this happen at this time? So the other day, my father delivered one of the packages that was delivered to their home to our house. So he dropped it off on our front step. This was Monday because I was getting my hair done. I needed it desperately. So my dad dropped off this package at our front door. We just got the Ring doorbell. It's super awesome. But I blocked his number, don't forget. I blocked my dad's number on my phone, so he had no way to contact me. He follows me on Instagram, so he actually direct messaged me on Instagram and was like, did you get the package that I dropped off? And I was like, oh yeah, thanks. And he was like, why are they delivering stuff to our house? And I was like, it was just a glitch or something. Like, it was a fluke thing. But, so we have the Ring doorbell. So my husband looks back at the activity of the day. You can view. Didn't even faze me. Our dog didn't even go crazy. And he goes nuts over everything. If like a bunny rabbit runs past the front window, he is all turned up, like lit up like a Christmas tree. He goes berserk. But, he was probably laying in the TV room or something. Didn't even faze him. So we look back at the events from the day, and sure enough, we see on the Ring doorbell footage, there's my dad. He just comes up, drops the package off at our front step, and leaves. And I was like, it really hit me Monday night. So today's Thursday. I've been kind of sitting on this for the past few days. It's so sad, you guys. It's so sad. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm typically like very strong. I'm like tough as nails, man, and it's not something that I do intentionally. It's just how I was raised, I'm sure a lot of you are the same. You're just used to fending for yourself. You're used to taking care of yourself, whatever, so you just things don't affect you the way like other people. Like I'm empathic, and I was like intensely sensitive growing up my entire life. So I used to cry at commercials and stuff. Then our son passed, Joey up there. And that was horrific. I think my soul turned inside out. I cried more than I ever thought possible. And then, to be honest with you, I was thinking about it, and I had to put my dog down, Ralphie, April 1st, 2016. And that got me too. And I was thinking about it, and it's because he's the first unconditional love I had in my life, like prior to my husband and I getting married and our children and everything. I think that's why having to put Ralphie down affected me so horribly. Like, it was bad, you guys. I was destroyed. So those are two major instances in my life that I cried a lifetime worth of tears. And like, I truly haven't cried. So I never cry. It's so unhealthy probably, but that's what so when I make these videos, I think I come across pretty self-assured, because it's pretty obvious to see how toxic these people have been in my life, in our lives. You probably have narcissistic parents in your life. They're so destructive, they're so underhanded, covert, and they've been stabbing us in the backs. They've been hurtful to us our whole lives, right? So I think I come across pretty self-assured in these videos, and I don't get very emotional about things, but to be honest with you, Monday kind of got me. I was like, then I had to check myself, and I reminded myself that we're here because of these people, because of them. It's not me. It's not our doing. You're probably very much like me. You're probably sensitive and empathic, and you have a heart and a soul beating in your chest, or you have a heart beating in your chest. You have a soul, and you're kind, and you're impacted by other people's wrongdoings. So particularly your parents. And it finally just hit me though, man. Like, when I saw the ring footage on the video, I was like, oh my gosh, this is so sad. Like, my dad came to our house, dropped off this box, and just left like a stranger. And I was like, you know what though? My whole life it's been like this. They're like strangers to me. How sad is that? That it's so easy to X them out of our life because they've played such a minute role in our... They cherry pick what they want to be involved in, and they just want bragging rights. So now, as grandparents, they love exploiting our life, our children, and they love, proclaiming themselves as the best grandparents, right? Like, they always did that with putting on a show, being the best parents, the best family, whatever. So now that we have children, they're trying to exploit our children, like everything in life. But it did get me. It got me kind of sad. I was like, this is really sad. But ultimately, I have no family of origin. I have a family, my husband and our beautiful children. I thank God for them. I speak about our chosen family a lot too, like your friends, people that you genuinely care about in life and that genuinely care about you. Surround yourself with those people because they're treasures, man. There's legitimately good, authentic people out there that love you and that care about you and that will go to the moon and back for you if you ask them to. But our own parents won't do that. They never did. So I'm making this video because I just want you guys to know that I feel you. I feel this void. I understand that it hurts, but it's part of our process in recovering from it. We have to grieve the loss of this family that we thought we had, like, just because they're physically present doesn't mean that they have supported us in any way, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all of that. Like, and some people have narcissistic parents that are even physically abusive, so they weren't even there for you in that way. Like, my parents, I'm blessed that I was not physically abused, but my toxic parents, provided food and shelter, right? So they view that that's their claim to fame. They're just going to rest on their laurels that they were my parents in that way, that they can, use them raising me in that way to, that's their claim to fame. But they never supported me. They were never had my back, even as an adult. You guys, I came to the realization as well. I mean, I've been diagnosed with MS for like 20 years. Do you know they've never helped me? And now that I'm in a wheelchair, you think they would come around and help me? Nope. They've not helped me. They don't help me. It's always been, if they do anything, I have to kiss the ground they walk on. Like, nothing is without obligation. So, I don't know. So my video today is just about, I'm sorry. I feel your pain with getting away from these people. As toxic as they are, as bad as they have been in our lives, as negative and bad as they are, they're supposed to be our parents, whatever, our family, and they're not. They're nothing like it. Nothing like what you want your family to be. So cutting off your parents, it's not always, I mean, it's the right thing to do in some instances, like when you've been their victim, like I have, but it doesn't make it any easier. It's like the right thing to do, but it still hurts. So I just want you guys to know that I understand that, and I feel your loss, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we're in this shit situation with these crummy parents that we were dealt. But I do believe with my heart that everything happens for a reason, and I believe we're better people for what they have subjected us to. Hence my name. We're bumped and we're bruised. We've been through some crap, but more than anything, we're blessed. Oh, my wall sign. We're very blessed because we're finding each other. And, if you have your own family right now, husband, spouse, wife, whatever, your own children, God bless you. Like, I have no doubt that you treasure them sincerely. And you're everything to your own children and your spouse that your narcissistic parent was not. What you saw growing up. So anyway, guys, God bless you all. Thank you for watching, for sticking with me on my little public therapy rant here. I have no idea what I'm going to call this. Give me a thumbs up if you like it. That would be awesome. I love and appreciate your comments. Let me know what's going on. God bless you guys. We're pumped or we're bruised, but more than anything, we're blessed. See you soon.